So taking it down, we'll do a couple here, and then we're gonna raise the arms up. So let's reach those arms up. We're gonna do 2 and 1, and then let's put, you're gonna put the elbows just above the knees, and you're gonna straighten the legs as much as you can. I can't get mine fully straightened here. Down and up. And then let's hold it down. We're gonna walk it out. We'll come into plank. And then take those hips up and push back. Really try to get that tailbone up towards the ceiling, or where the ceiling and wall meet. And then come back to plank. Take your feet in close together, and then we're going to bend one knee and push back in that opposite heel, and then switch. So on the side, switch, switch. And then let's take left leg forward in a runner's lunge. Coming up, push that leg straight. And then bend it down. And then back to plank. Other side, lunge. Come up, straighten that leg. Bend the leg. Hands down. Get a nice stretch there. Coming back to the plank, and then walk the hands back to the feet. Roll up one vertebra at a time. Roll those shoulders back. And then we're going to step back with the right foot. You're going to bend that right knee, and you're going to scoop and then open up, step together. And then the other foot goes back. I'm taking that toe up to the ceiling. So again, from the side, toe up, taking the hips back, bending the knee. And one more each side. And then let's circle those hips. Another direction. You're going to come to a frontal plane lunge, and then give it a little pulse and step together. Other side, down, step together. And give it some ham curls, and we'll get started. So the whole, we have 2 circuits. The first circuit is all lower body. And we're going to go 45 seconds for each one with no break. We're just going to transition into the next one, and then we'll take a break after the 6th exercise. Let me get my timer ready. The first exercise, we do not need to have any weights. So you're going to start at one, I would maybe push yourself to one side of the room, and you're going to do lunge, lunge, step together, and then lunge, lunge, step together, and then you go back the other way. So I'm going to do 2 one way and 2 the other way. And that's it, okay, the whole time, the whole 45 seconds. So get that clock going. So here we go, 2 one way, 2 the other. Try to get low hips back in 2, 1. So coming out, out, and then step together. So if I'm going to the right, I start with the lunge to the right and then the left, and then I step together. And now I'm going to go to the left, so I'm going to go left, right, step together. Really try to get low here. You may want to start off a little higher and then get lower as you start to feel a little bit more warm. have 10 seconds here, and then we're gonna grab our dumbbells and we're gonna go to a stiff leg deadlift. There's no break, so you're just gonna grab those dumbbells and get started as soon as you have them. So we're here, and you're gonna slide down, use the glutes, hamstrings, pull that belly in, and lower. If you have really light weights, just really be intentional. Make sure that you're keeping those shoulder blades stable. I'm going pretty slow, but my lights are not on today. My weights are pretty heavy, so I'm slowing it down so I can really focus on the right muscles here. But if you might have to change your weight or your speed. All right, we're gonna do sumo squat tap downs. I need to go down and wait for this one. So we're gonna be here. You're going to come down and you're gonna tap down and then come up. So down, tap, and up. You could do this with one weight too. So I'm coming down, keeping the back flat. If you cannot touch the ground there, just come down and up. We've got a goblet squat after this. So we're gonna drop one weight. So I'm gonna drop one weight and then come here or hold it here. And we're gonna sit back into that squat. After this one, we're gonna pick up that other dumbbell and we're gonna do alternating reverse lunges, trying to get really low. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, picking up that other dumbbell and right into it, coming down into that reverse lunge. Again, if your weights are a little heavier, you're gonna wanna slow it down. I'm going low, so I'm almost gonna touch that knee to the ground. Really making sure that you are keeping this in the front leg, pushing that foot down into the floor as you come up. 10 seconds to go. Dropping a weight after this, and then we're gonna go to a split squat. So dropping one weight, I'm gonna take my right leg back, and then I'm gonna hold the weight in my right hand, and we're coming down and up. Again, now for this one, you want the weight to be pretty centered. So now, really in that alternating lunge, you're in the same position where you kind of have both the weight distributed evenly. Let's switch feet, switch sides. But I find that with the alternating lunges, people tend to put it in their back leg. So if I say the front leg, they'll take a little weight off that back leg. All right, and that was it. That was 6. So grab a drink. We're gonna repeat that 2 more times. So our legs should be starting to feel like Jell-O at the end of this. Any questions on any of those? No, never is. Okay, let's go to our traveling lunges. So starting back at the beginning. Now if you really wanted to use weight here, you can, but you should be able to get enough out of just getting low. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lunge, lunge, step up. So this time I'm really gonna keep it low when I go. So the first time I did it, I kind of came up. This time I'm gonna kind of keep those knees, or my body down. So I'm just transferring it here. So here, and then I slide it over to the other leg, step it up. Mantra of the day. This is just, I've been feeling like I don't know what to believe anymore, so I thought this was appropriate. I found it on Instagram. I can't eat lies anymore. I'm on a diet. So, think about that one. Okay, so deadlift tap downs. Or no, I'm sorry, it's just deadlifts, not the tap downs. That's the sumo squat tap downs. You'd think I'd be more with it since we started an hour later. But no. So really get those glutes and hamstrings. Push those hips back. Back stays neutral. Be intentional here. Push the hips forward using that glute or the glutes. Again, we don't want those shoulders coming in, so keep the chest through the shoulders. 2 and 1. All right, now it's the sumo squat tap down. So coming down, tap, and all the way up. Down, tap, and up. Seconds to go. Feel the inner thigh there, outer thigh. Again, we got the glutes. Always use the core. 10 seconds. You got it. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. You can drop a weight. And then we have goblet squats. So you can also hold this here. Drive it up. Push those heels into the floor if you need to. Use the glutes. Get down low. 20 seconds. Alternating reverse lunge coming up next. 10 seconds to go. Do you feel those legs having to work really hard to come up? They should. 2 and 1. All right, going into the lunge, step it back and together. Again, opening up that chest. "20 seconds. Where's your weight? 5 seconds to go. That's it. Okay, we drop one weight. I'm gonna take my left leg back first. Weight is in the left hand. And we're coming straight down and up. Both legs working. Try not to go on your toe in that front leg. Try not to come here where that heel is kind of popping up, or you feel the weight is more in the ball of the foot. All right, step, other side. You want that weight to be evenly distributed in the front of the foot, but if you're having trouble with that, then think the heel. Really push that heel into the ground as you come up. That's it. Take a little break, and we have this one more time. Everybody doing okay? You feel those legs? Yeah? All right. Last time, we got our traveling lunges. So maybe get off to one side of the room so you have space to go to the other side. And here we go. Lunge, lunge, together. So now I'm gonna go low, low, together. I'll do that again. I'm going down and up and down, or down, down, together. Up to you. Try to go with whatever seems more challenging. "15 seconds. You're only as strong as your weakest link. You ever heard that? So we tend to want to always go to the thing that's easiest, that we can perform well. But when you struggle with something, that's where you're probably a little bit weaker. Let's go to the stiff leg deadlift. So you have to challenge yourself to go to those things you cannot do as well, so that you can strengthen those things, and then you'll feel comfortable and you won't avoid them. That's where some of those quotes were said, like, you know, cheating yourself and things, it's true. I mean, if you're cutting corners or trying to avoid those hard things, it really is just going to affect you. So it doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. All right, 2, 1. We got the sumo squat tap downs. Here we go. Down, tap, come up. I think it's time to turn the air conditioning back on. It's getting a little warmer out. We got 20 seconds here. Feel those glutes, inner thighs. Pull that belly in. Shoulder blades, you want to make sure they're not slipping forward. Keep that chest open. 5 seconds. That's it. Going to the goblet squat. And you can be here. Get low. Almost think about someone underneath you when you go down, propping you up. So take the lift off from below. You can push those heels in if you need to. 3, 2, and 1. All right, alternating lunges. Right into it. You feeling those legs yet? I am. It's starting to get harder. 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. 2 and 1. Drop one weight. Right hand, right foot back. Down and up. Again, pay attention here. Try not to just go through the movement. Be intentional about where you're working. So try to think about coming straight up and down instead of sometimes, oh, let's switch legs. Sometimes people on this one, they go forward instead, which is kind of a different exercise. So down, straight in the center here. Down and up. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Grab a drink. We're going to move on to upper body. So same thing. We're going to go 45 seconds each one. There's no designated rest. Although actually for this one I think I'm going to make a rest. just because there's transitions. So hang on, let me change that here. We'll just make it 10 seconds in between. So the first one, I'll give you the first one. You're gonna be down on the floor with no weights, and then the second exercise, you're gonna grab both your dumbbells, and we have the squat twist. So just consider that you'll have to have some weights handy. So you're gonna do a plank up. So you're gonna go, you start on your hands, and you're gonna come down and up, and you're gonna do that twice. And then from here, you're gonna do 2 push-ups. And then repeat that for the whole 45 seconds. If you need to go down on your knees, you can, or modify in any other way, go ahead. I started the timer. We've got a little 5-second prep here. So start in that plank. So get in that plank, and then we're gonna go down and up. So down and up, and down and up, and then 2 push-ups. 1, 2, and then down and up, down and up, 2 push-ups. Now take it at your own pace. You can also do this on your knees. And I just go here, and then I keep it on the knees, or you could go 1 on the knees, 1 off. Almost there. All right, coming all the way up. Ooh, that's gonna be too heavy. We got the squat press. So dumbbells at the side. You don't have to go down into a squat if you don't want. You can just go here and here. So, or you can do a little squat. We're just really focusing on upper body here. So this is just to get you moving. We're going for it, so sorry, your time started. Pivot that whole leg in, whichever way you're doing it, whether you're squatting or not, get that pivot in the leg. So I'm taking the foot with me, the hip with me. Two and 1. All right. We have man makers. So we'll go over this a little slow. We haven't done these in a while. So you're in plank position. You're gonna do a row and a push-up. And a row and a push-up. And then you're gonna come up into a burpee position, curl, press, and down. Let's go for it. So you're back, you can be on your knees, and I can row and push up. Ooh, these dumbbells are not the easiest to do that on. All right, pop it up, and curl, press, and back down. Row. I'm gonna come off my dumbbells and do that, just because they're a little bit short. That was it. All right, coming all the way back up. You're gonna hinge at the hips, pull those elbows up, and you're gonna do a tricep kickback, and now turn the palms up, and you're gonna do a bicep curl. So nice and slow, kick back and curl. Kick back and curl. Kick back and curl. Keep going. I'm gonna show you with a little lighter weights. So I can make it a little bit quicker if you've got lighter weights, but be intentional. So I'm squeezing the biceps, squeezing the triceps. Biceps, triceps, keeping that back really nice and long. So I'm not rounding, not overarching, just in the center. All right, we have front to side raise. So coming forward, if you need to drop the weights, you can, and side. Here we go. Front and side. Front, side. You got it. This is our last one. We have just 5 exercises here. Keep it going. Feel those delts. 10 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out. I need my sweatband. Really sweaty. All right, any questions on those? No? I'm gonna actually take it down. We're gonna go 40 seconds this time. That way we can actually make it through 3 rounds. All right, so you ready? We're gonna grab, or no, we're on the floor for the first one. So in the plank. Here we go. So you have the plank up, so you're going down. Try to switch arms that you go down on. And then 2 push-ups. If you feel like this is too easy, I don't, but if you think that it's too easy, when you do that push-up, you can do the push-up with your legs crossed, so one stacked on top of the other. So you're just gonna add a little bit, another level of difficulty, or you could do a plyo push-up where you clap. All right, rest there. We're gonna come up and we have the squat twist. All right, here we go. Push it up. Squeeze the glutes, no matter if you're squatting or not, and then make sure that you're pulling this in really tight. So don't just let it go in those abdominals. Really think about drawing in there as you push that weight up. 10 more seconds. All right, and that's it. We've got the man makers. I'm gonna try a different dumbbell here. All right. So coming down, you can jump or step it out. You got the row. Push up. Row. Push up. Jump it up. Curl to press. You could take out that push up too and just do row, hold, row, hold. And then another modification would be that I step it here. I come up. You could do a bicep curl or not, but I didn't do the overhead press. All right, and come down. We have the bicep triceps in 3, 2, 1. So hinging, and we're gonna go bicep, kick it back. So I turn my palms forward for the bicep curl, and then I do a hammer position for the triceps. So palms forward, and then twist it. So I'm just giving it a little twist there, mid-range. Try to make sure that you are not inching up in those shoulders. So get those shoulder blades in your back pocket and keep the shoulders out of your ears. 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming up, we've got the the front to side raise. And here we go. Push it out front, push it outside. I have a slight bend in my elbows in both of these. The heavier the weight, like you may have to bend the elbows more. If you've got nothing, you might be okay straightening them. I like to have the little bend no matter what. I feel like I can feel it more in the delts. Again, delts are the muscles here on the shoulders, so we're working the front delts when you go front, and then the side delts when you go to the side. All right, and that's it. Grab your drink, and then we have one more time through this. All right, we ready for our last one? All right, so we're on the floor. We got the plank ups. In 2, 1. Here you go, down and up. Again, trying to switch which side you're going down and up with, if you can. Try to keep that head and neck in line with the spine when you do the push-up. Try not to drop it down. You got it. We have about 5 seconds left, a little over. 3, 2, 1. All right, coming on up. We got the squat press, the squat twist press. Again, I'm not really going into a squat here. I'm just bending the knees as I transition, but you can go into the squat if you want. Keep it going. I got something in my eye. I think it's just sweat, but it hurts. Okay, keep it going, keep it going. 2 and 1. All right. Glad I could join you for that one. All right, we got the man makers. I'm gonna do the modification again. So coming here, stepping it out. I'm gonna put my knees down and I'm gonna row. And maybe I'm done with push-ups. I'm gonna just hold and then row, hold, step it back up, come up, and then you could curl and press or take that part out. I'm going back to the regular version. Almost there. 2 and 1. All right. We got the bicep, triceps. So hinging at the hips. Pull those elbows up and then kick it back and squeeze it in. Back and in. Keep those elbows up, especially in the tricep. So from the side, elbows up, they stay there. Turn, pull it up. 5 seconds. All right, put those, well, depends on what weight you're using. You might want to keep those. We got the front to side raise in 2, 1. So forward. Remember to keep that chest open even when you're going forward. I'm keeping the chest open. And then think about that push. So I'm going to think about kind of pushing forward, pushing side. And then that push kind of helps you from lifting up here like that. So push and push opposed to lift lift. See, I'm kind of bringing the shoulder up to the ear. Try not to do that. We got 4, 3, 2, let's keep going, and 1. All right. We made it through without me having to really speed things up. That's great. So we're going to take it down to the floor. We're going to work on that Turkish get up a little bit. Let me just see what time we have there. We have 2 minutes, 40 seconds. So let's see what we can get done. So coming down, right knee bent, that right foot is on the floor. Left hand out to a 45-degree angle, and the right arm is straight up. So we're going to use those obliques, and we're going to come up onto the elbow. There, push up onto the hand. Let's just take it to that for now, and then come back down to the elbow and roll down. One more time. We have elbow and hand, elbow, roll down. One more time, we're going to add the hips. So elbow, hand, and then push that right foot into the floor as you lift those hips up. And then bring the hips down, elbow, and hand. Let's try that one more time. And elbow, hand, press up, hips down, elbow, and roll down. Were you okay there? It was hard to see you, so. Hello? All right, I think everybody's muted. All right, let's try the other side. Left leg, our foot is on the floor, left hand is up, right arm is at a 45-degree angle. Let's come up under the elbow, push it up to the hand. And elbow, roll down. Do it again. Elbow, hand, elbow, roll down. One more time here. Elbow, hand, elbow, roll. Now let's try the hips. Elbow, hand, lift those hips up and down. Elbow, roll down. Again, elbow, hand, lift up the hips, lower, elbow, roll down. Good. Let's take the hands over the head and really pull those hands in the opposite direction as the toes. And then take one leg over the other to flip over and slide those elbows back. And you're going to come up into prone cobra. Try to take those shoulders away from the ears again. Come down. We're going to get that chest stretch. So we're here. Arm comes out. Pull that shoulder back. Slight bend of the elbow there. I'm going to push my hand into the floor. Right hand is at my armpit. I'm going to bend the right leg and then come over. Feeling the chest right here. And come down. They got cut off. I'm going to see if they're going to come back. I never said anybody should, but we'll see if they do. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go right to the other side. So I'm going to take that other arm out and watch here if you can. If my elbow hits or if my shoulder hits the ground, it's not going to be the same feeling as if I pull that shoulder blade back, bend the elbow. You're on the other side. Get in the chest. I didn't know if anyone would show back up, but I thought I'd give it a try.
We're the last people standing. Jen.
Yep. All right, and then we're going to push it back here into a lat stretch. Elbows on the floor, head on the floor. Going to come up, get that groin stretch, so leg comes out, walk the hands forward, push the hips back, tailbone up. And then walk the hands back. We're going to come up to half kneeling, and you're going to reach over towards that straight leg. And come up, take that leg, bring it in front, that one that was out to the side, and then tuck under and reach over towards that leg that's in front. Open up, take the leg in front and extend it, toes up, hinge over. Breathe, try to relax those hamstrings. And then we're going to take that front leg and we're going to bring it back to the side, just like we did in the first position. And then you're going to stretch the other direction. So try to make a really long line. So reaching the fingertips one direction and the toes the other direction. And then from here, that leg that's out is going to sweep behind. And now we're going to stretch the other leg. You're going to get kind of into the glutes here, and then this other leg you'll get into the hip flexors a little bit.
This is pigeon.
The pigeon, yeah. I think in class one time, didn't I call it the penguin and you corrected me?
I think so. Yeah, penguin.
All right, and then from here, I'm going to sit on that leg that's bent. I'm going to sit on it, and then we're going to bring the other leg around again. And so you'll come into that little pretzel and get that nice glute stretch. And then we're going to repeat that whole thing on the other side, and then we'll be done. Just try to relax and breathe with each stretch. You could hold here longer too if I'm going too fast for you. All right, and then come on up. So we're going to start back at that quadruped position and then extend the other leg out, whatever side you didn't do last time. Walk your hands forward, push the hips back, tailbone up to the ceiling. Then we're going to walk the hands up so you're in that half kneeling position, and you're going to go towards the leg that's out. So really opening this up. If I bend my elbow here, it's not the same thing. You have to really lengthen that arm and reach. And think about always kind of stretching, like my knee's going to go down into the ground and the fingertips are going to come up towards where the wall and the ceiling meet. Open it up, take that leg forward, and then tuck under. So you really, the leg that's in front, that glute really has to tuck under or squeeze so the tailbone tucks under, and then lean over, still getting that side stretch. So we want the front of the back leg to feel this stretch. And then open up, straighten that front leg, take the toes up to the ceiling, hinge the hips back. And relax there. And then coming up, we're going to take that leg back out to the side and reach away from the leg. Again, really reach those fingertips and the toes apart from one another. And then you're going to take that straight leg and bring it all the way around so that you're in that pigeon pose. Some people can go a lot further down than I can, but do what you can do. If this causes pain, then don't do this one. And then we're going to roll onto that bent leg hip and come around. Try to get both sits bones on the floor if you can, and then turn towards that leg and hug it in. Getting the glutes. Good job today.
Hey, thanks, Jen.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Good way to start the weekend, get a workout in.
Yeah.
I'm taking today a vacation day.